Hello there everybody, so Bun and I took hammer and welcome back to Umineko. Let's jump, okay. Well, let's jump right back in, shall we? How you guys doing? Hope you're doing great. You guys are awesome. Oh. After dashing to her bedroom, Jessica answered the phone call that had been transferred there. Wait, let's turn that down a little bit. There we go.
バートラー、6年も音沙汰なしとはどういうつもりだ?
Oh, hello.
久しぶりだな。お、知るかよそんなの。うぜえぜ。じゃあ今年の親族会議はちゃんと来るわけだろ? 6年ぶりだな。
Yes, keep hammering that in. Please do. Five businessmen in expensive suits were visiting in the parlor, giving Kraus and Nazi a progress report on their business. Spread out on the table were the blueprints and designs for a building, as well as documents related to expenditures and the like. So packed that even a teacup would have gotten in the way. Officially, they were here to give Kraus a progress report, but in actuality, Kraus had called them all the way over to Rokanjima so that Nazi could hear from them directly. This is because Nazi needed to hear someone other than her husband explain what condition their business was in. In short, even though another family conference without Kinzo was approaching, their business had not yet earned them any money. After telling the guests to wait for a short while, Kraus took Nazi out into the hall and once again summarized the situation.
つまり我々の想像をはるかに超えて事業は素晴らしくうまくいっていると彼らは言っているのだ。ここで私と知事との私的なコネクションが大きく効いてきた。もはや絶対に釣り落とすことはない。それどころか例の委任状だけでなくこれまでの損失さえも一気に取り戻すことが可能なくらいの大きな話になりつつあるのだ。
Kraus spoke passionately. This made things seem all the more suspicious to Natsuhi, but this time at least she had to admit that everything really did seem to be going well. Certainly, this business Kraus boasted of had expanded in scope over the last year, and was promising an even greater payoff than that had been anticipated in the beginning. Whether it proved to be a winner or not, investors had gathered around it, and they were rapidly gaining funds. This must be what they mean when they say that money summons money. It was probably the greatest success of Kraus's life so far. No, it probably would become his greatest success yet. That point was where Nazi's misgivings lay. True, it was certain, and as Kraus had said, they wouldn't lose this catch now. However, the fish on the line had gotten too big.
必ず釣り上げられる魚だ。何も焦る必要はないのだよ。親父が生きていたなら、ぜひ見せて誇りたいほどの大成功なのだ。
ええ、それは分かっています。ですがあなたは昨年、私に約束したはずです。必ず1年で何とかできると。
A pained look rose to Kraus's face. They certainly had hooked a fat fish that guaranteed a great success. However, it would require an appropriate amount of time to reel it in. Nazi pressed Kraus, asking if there was any way for them to make money before this year's family conference. But Kraus kept saying that he needed just one more year. Kraus planned to use this unprecedented success to catapult them into further challenges in the future. Because of this, he didn't want to do anything that would raise suspicions by making it seem like they were rushing to get money. Certainly, fortune tends to turn against people who take it for granted even in the slightest. Like by anxiously begging for money. On many occasions before now, Kraus had gotten cold feet and sold businesses that would surely have brought in a profit had he just waited. And had, in effect, given away his winning picks. Nazi also knew this. She knew that guts were the thing her husband lacked most. That's why she was unable to refuse when Kraus said he wanted to prudently wait just one more year.
順調でよかったではないか。ということはどうやら私はもうしばらくここで幽霊を続けねばならぬようだな。
まんざらでもなかろうが、そなたの命などこの世を去ればすぐに悪魔どもに食い尽くされる運命よ。
Just realize she's not freaking smoking her pipe like she usually does.
申し訳ありません。お
But
父
I
様
mean, I can still see the pipe, but she's not in her usual pose.
また今年もお父様にはお休みいただけないかもしれません。
よい、気にするな夏日。後ろ宮家当主はすでに私ではない。書斎の幽霊はおとなしく現在の当主の命令に従うべきだ。クラウスの資料は読ませてもらったが、なかなかに悪くない。
お父様からご覧になってもですか？
わらわから見てもなかなかのものよ。誰もが勝利を確信し、相当の魔力が集中している。その結果、さらに勝利が熱くなり、ますますに人と魔力を集め黄金を生み出そうとしている。錬金術の王道を見事に体現しているぞ。
おお、黄金の魔女の太鼓判までつくなら、これは心強い。喜べ夏日。このクラウスの事業は必ずや後ろ宮家の危機を救うだろう。
ありがとうございます。そしてそのためにまた。
もう一度親族会議を乗り越えねばならんな。
ええ、昨年はうまくやり過ごせたつもりですが、不審に思う親族も現れるでしょう。今年は正念場になると思います。
去年の親族会議の時、ひょっとしたらもう一度同じことになるかもしれぬと予見したそなたは正しかったな。
Is it weird that this is like the most level-headed I think I have ever seen Kinzo?
最悪のケースを想定するのは魔女ならずとも世渡りの基本だ。それで今年はどうする？
去年同様、会議当日はお父様の秘密を知る使用人を集中的に配置します。お父様の不在を気取る親族もすでにいるかもしれません。不用意な演出はむしろ馬脚を表す危険性もあります。
過ぎたるは及ばざるがごとしとも言う。なればどうする？
今年は昨年とは逆に最後まで書斎をお出にならないという筋書きでいこうと思います。
それがよかろうな。籠城は単純にして最後の切り札だ。
どれほど屋敷が毒素に満ちようとも、この部屋を密室結界に閉ざす限り金蔵の存在を否定することはできぬ。
The most reoccurring theme throughout this whole thing, closed rooms.
それはわらわも保証する。だが籠城すれば囲まれるは必至。
承知しています。それでも何とぞもう一度だけお父様とベアトリーチェの力をお貸しください。
私は新しき当主の命令には逆らえぬ。そして幽霊もまた聖者の命令には逆らえぬしな。この部屋から出るなというのであればそれに従おう。
ありがとうございます。
わらわは嫌だぞ。力を貸せと願われても願いごときでは聞いてやれぬ。
ええ、あなたは顧問錬金術師ですから貸せと願いません。貸しなさいと命じます。あなたの魔法だけが頼りです。その力で もう一度だけお父様の幻想を。
ならばよし、心得たぞ。そなたの貫禄、なかなかに心地よし。
Oh. From the shadows of the study, Battler watched the exchange between these three.
なるほどな。そして今年の親族会議を迎えるわけだ。じいさまは不機嫌だからと書斎に閉じこもり、誰の前にも姿を現さない。
Nazi spoke boldly about how she would somehow overcome this year's crisis and protect the Ushidamiya family honor until the end, while Kinzo praised her, saying that it looked promising. Beato also praised her, saying that Natsu's dignity was even more fitting for the family head than Krause's. However, right now, the true number of people in this room was... At the same time I thought that. No. Just because I thought that, Beato grabbed her chest and moaned.
安心しろ。ここはゲーム版のまだ外だ。だから俺はそこにいるお前やじいさまを否定はしない。
I put my hand on Beato's as she tried to hold back the pain deep inside her chest. I already told Bernkostel. Just the 2-day period of the 1986 family conference is enough to deny the illusion of the witch.
お前は前回、全ゲームの開始時にじいさまが死んでることを赤で宣言した。しかし、ゲーム開始以前のじいさまの生死については言及していない。つまり、今この場にじいさまが存在していても何の矛盾もないってわけだ。
My hand that was touching her let off a faint blue light, which seeped into her chest. That light tenderly wrapped itself around the splinters in Beato's chest.
そしてこの場にいるベアトリーチェの存在だって否定することはできない。ゲーム版の外、すなわち1986年10月4日以前の島の人数については赤で宣言されていないんだ。だからここにベアトリーチェが存在しても何もおかしいことはない。
Wow. In essence, using the blue to kind of protect Beatrice. Damn. Beato's expression softened slightly. My blue light slowly started to melt the red splinters that denied the illusion of the witch. Beato still wore the same sad expression, but she lifted her face and looked me right in the eye. Even though she was silent, her eyes told me that the pain had gone away. The feelings that showed in her eyes were gratitude for taking the pain away, and appreciation, or was it surprise, for leaving even a tiny bit of leeway for witches to exist. Unable to look directly at those pure eyes of hers, I automatically averted my gaze.
誤解すんなよ。魔女の存在を認めたり、あるいは屈したつもりもね。俺はお前とのゲームに勝つためにその部分だけに徹してストイックに戦いたいってわけだぜ。ゲーム版の外でまで嫌がらせをするほど趣味は悪くねえからな。
Beato hung her head. I was still facing away from her. However, we waited wordlessly for a while, my hand still on hers. By now, no one would believe this woman with sad eyes was the same person as that prideful Beato. So I asked once more. Even though I said it aloud, it wasn't a question to her. I was asking myself.
お前は一体何を考えていたんだ。そうさ、 俺はラムダデルタのゲームを通じてでもお前を探さなくちゃならない。お前が何を考え何をしようとしていたのかもな。
Very soon, this game will also reach October 4th, 1986. The fifth game will finally begin, and this time I'll reach the end of that journey.
殺人がとかトリックがとかそういう上辺だけじゃない。お前が黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェが何を考え何のためにそうしたのか、何を望んでいたのか、それをたどる。
That's right. I already know how I can reach the end of that journey, and it's been shown since the very beginning.
今こそチェス盤をひっくり返そう。この物語を俺側からじゃなくお前側からの目線で物語を紐解く。そして今度こそお前を理解しよう。そしてお前の心臓にたどり着く。痛みなんか感じさせない。安心しろ。あの魔女どものおもちゃになどもうこれ以上させないからな。
Damn. Beato looked up at me again and gave a small nod. That's right. The position of Game Master might have been snatched up by Lambda Delta. However, as long as I continue this contest with the intent of fighting against Beato, our fight will continue no matter who controls the game board. Very soon, the curtain will rise on our game.
今年の親族会議でも親方様の秘密を隠さねばならん。
はい、心得ております。
同じ手がもう一度通じるか疑問だな。
奥様も同じご懸念を持たれている。そのため今年は書斎から一切お出にならない方向で行くことになった。
つまりずっと書斎にこもられていることにするというわけですか。
うん。そして書斎に入ることが許されているのは我ら三人、片翼の翼を許された使用人だけだ。
ということは僕たち3人で親方様の嘘を突き通さなくちゃならないわけか。
そうだ。親族の方々は親方様の具合や機嫌などを問い詰めてくるだろう。よどみなく答え、不審に思われることがなきよう注意するように。
はい、心得ました。
姉さんはすぐどじるからな。むしろ当日は風邪か何か理由をつけて欠席した方がいいんじゃない？
そんなひどい。
Well, that's Canon for you. Canon wasn't just making fun of her. He only wanted to release Shannon from the burden of working on this most serious of days.
源氏様、シャノンがシフトに入る必要はないのでは？僕たちだけで十分やります。
それはできん。奥様から我ら3人は必ずシフトに入るようにとの言命だ。
はい、やり遂げる覚悟です。
どじらないでよ。
どじりません。
Shannon grew sullen, and Canon shrugged. Then Genji told them that they weren't taking this seriously enough.
シャノン、カノン、すでにお使いする親方様はお亡くなりになっている。しかし本当の意味でお亡くなりになるまで我らの奉仕は続く。あの書斎は無人ではない。今なお親方様がおられ、日々の研究に勤しまれているのだ。それを深く心得よ。
はい、
源氏様。
お父様がすでに亡くなっている。そんなバカな。
Wait, what the?
まあまあ、例えの話や。
Oh, good lord, I thought for I had a little mild heart attack. I don't know why. I just suddenly thought that one of them suddenly spilled the beans, and I was just like, what the fuck?
武田信玄はその死を3年の間秘密にするよう遺言したっちゅう有名な故事があるやろ。知らんか？
そんな話もあったかしら。日本史はよくわかんないわ。
Neither is mine, apparently.
当時武田は織田や徳川との戦の真っ最中だった。
Tokugawa was the only name I recognize.
そこで信玄が死んだなんて話になったら戦況に悪影響が出るやろ。そやから自分の死を3年隠すように遺言したんや。秀吉かてそうやで。主君織田信長の死を敵方に知られんように徹底的に情報規制を行い、素早く毛利と和解して中国大返しを行い明智を撃ったんやないか。一方の柴田勝家はそこで失敗したんや。
And today in Japanese history.
敵の上杉に信長の死を知られ、思わぬ反撃を受けて足止めを食らい、その後の秀吉との後継者争いで大きく遅れを取ることになったんや。
Guessing you were named after Hideyoshi? Hideyoshi, who had a Hideyoshi, who had a strong fascination with the commanders of the Sengoku period, would always show off his knowledge whenever he got the chance. Wincing slyly, Ava made him get back to his point.
早い話が、わしは去年の親族会議からずっと違和感を取ったんや。
あれは私やルドルフが遺産の話をしてたのを廊下のお父様に聞かれてしまって、それで。
そこや。夏井さんや使用人たちはどこそこにお父さんがいた、不機嫌そうだったと口を揃えたが、わしら親族は誰一人お父さんを見てないんやで。
もしあなたの想像が本当なら、どういうこと？兄さんが遺産の独り占めを狙ってるということ？
もちろん死んだことを隠すなんてかなり危険なことや。
Well, duh.
果たして遺産を独り占めするためだけにそれだけのことをクラウスさんがやってのけるのか、わしも確信は持てん。だが可能性はある。
確かに兄さんは昔から強欲よ。兄弟全員でと受け取ったものを着服するなんてよくあることだったわ。
クラウスさんはわしら兄弟の中では一番裕福なはずや。そんなクラウスさんがお父さんの死を隠すなんて危険を冒してまで遺産の独り占めを目論むとは、わしにはちょいと信じられんのだがな。だがそう疑いたくなるくらい去年の親族会議はおかしかったんやで。
Ava and the others were painfully aware of how reckless it would be to try and see Kinzo when he was in a bad mood. So during last year's family conference, the whole time after they heard about Kinzo getting into a terrible mood, they never actively tried to contact him. That's why, to this very day, they hadn't found it suspicious that Kinzo hadn't shown himself once.
確かに疑ってみる価値はあるわね。でも本当に兄さんがお父様の死を隠すなんて大それたことをするかしら。傲慢なくせにおかしなところで小心な人よ。そんな一世一代の大博打を本当にするかしら。
いずれにせよ今年の会議ではきっちりお父さんのご尊願を拝謁した方がええやろな。
非常に良くない噂さ。どうやら兄貴の事業は 俺たちの想像を超えて手ひどく失敗してるらしい。相当の損失を抱えてて、表向きを取り繕うだけで精一杯らしい。
つまりクラウスさんからお金を借りるのはとても難しいことというわけね。
ああ、泣けてくる。
クラウスさんにとって経済的に困窮していることはある種の弱みにはならないの？
弱み？そりゃ投資家は超えてるから投資家なんだぜ。実は金欠だなんてことになったら誰も見向きもしねえ。
信用第一の世界なのね。
Kirie smiled thinly. Rudolph was taken aback by that smile. He had figured that his plan, which involved raising money to get him out of his current mess by borrowing from the affluent Kraus, would all come to nothing now that they knew Kraus himself was in financial trouble.
クラウスさんの信用はクラウスさんのこれからのお仕事に必要だろうけれど、私たちのこれからには必要ないわ。
兄貴をゆするってのか。
私だったら嫌よ。血のつながった兄弟を貶めるなんて。
I don't know, your sister's kind of a bitch, honestly. Rudolph felt a shiver go up his spine at Kirie's cold smile. At times, Kirie was able to throw away all compassion and think in an extremely ruthless manner. When he felt that, Rudolph became certain that he'd never like to have her as his enemy.
他に金策があるなら、お兄さんを脅迫なんてしたくないものだわ。
あったら悩んだりしね
え。選択の余地のない問題で悩むのは人生の無駄だと思わない？
Rudolph stopped talking, folded his arms, and lowered his gaze. Some of the terror Rudolph had felt for Kraus due to his violence when they were still young still remained. And now, he would threaten Kraus. That meant Rudolph would also have to fight against his childhood trauma. So to give her husband a little push, Kirie smiled reassuringly. And perhaps coldly.
つくづく信用で仕事をしたくないものだわ。信用ほど積み上げるのに苦労して失う時が一瞬なんて割の合わない投資はない。
そうだな。世の中100の信用より1枚の診察だ。
Seeing a lot of new poses around here, and I'm actually kind of liking the change of pace.
クラウスさんが大きな損失を出していると言っても、
Like that one, for instance.
私たちの急場をしのぐためのお金くらいは十分用意できるはず。もちろんクラウスさんのこれまでの信用を換金してお金を作ってもらうことになるけれど。
こいつはやばい話になるな。
十分な備えが必要よ。私たちには時間も失敗も許されてない。そうだったのね。私の京都の友人たちにそういうのを洗うのが上手な人たちがいるわ。あまり世話になりたくない連中なんだけど、一度会ってもらってもいい？領収書は切れないけど、きっと投資に見合うだけのものを調べ上げてくれるわ。
Must be back with Rosa.
マリアも元気よ。
Yep.
そちらは大きなお世話よ。ありがとう。さあ、スケジュールを見てみないとわからないけど。
New outfit. Rosa was talking to Rudolph over the phone. Rosa rarely received calls from her older siblings, so she braced herself for something serious.
実はな、次の親族会議についてちょいと兄貴抜きで意見を調整したいんだ。
エヴァ姉さんとルドルフ兄さんと私の3人で頭痛の増えそうな話ね。
電話じゃ詳しくは話せない。だが、お前にとって聞く価値のある話のはずだ。
それはいい話？
もちろん、姉貴は乗り気だぜ。
姉さんが？
ローザには賛同してほしいだけだ。金を出せとか、そういう話じゃない。 俺たち3人が全員結束していることがまず大事なんだ。わかるな。
Rosa let out a sigh. She did so because, in the past, when Rudolph and Ava got into a fight with Kraus, they always used to talk her like this right before dragging her into it.
先に教えて。その話は私も得をする話よね。
ああ、俺たち3人で2億ずつせしめる。うまくいけばそれ以上も引っ張れるかもしれない。お前の借金、それでチャラだろ。
It's kind of crazy how they're all in debt.
それはいつまでにせしめられるの？
もちろん年度内だ。俺も助かる。姉貴も助かる。そしてローザも助かるってわけだ。三方丸く収まる。
姉さんが話に乗るくらいには勝算があるのね。
話を聞く気になったか。ちょいと言うだけ。次の日曜日の19時に銀座のお前のお気に入りの喫茶店で会おう。俺と姉貴の予定がそこでしか会わねえ。問題ないか
？2億捻出できる話なら聞かないわけにはいかないわ。では次の日曜日の午後7時にレオポルドで。
マリアちゃんによろしくね。連れてきてもいいんだぜ。
あの子の前でお金の話はやめて。
Jeez. Maybe they actually wanted to see Maria for crying out loud. Jerk. She set the receiver down with a clunk a little violently. Apparently, either Ava or Rudolph had gotten a hold of one of Kraus's weak points. They would probably threaten him with that at the next family conference and force him to pay money. Even before hearing the details, she knew full well that it could be nothing good. But even so, this might be her once-in-a-lifetime chance to pay back her large debts. Rosa took a notebook out of her handbag and started to fill in the days she would be meeting with Rudolph and Ava. Then she frowned and smacked herself hard in the forehead. Because written there was DZL with Maria, something she had planned to do with her daughter. DZL. Oh. Maria was in her room, playing around excitedly with Sakataro and the others. It was because she was going to be taken to the amusement park that had just been created. Delsnyland, the I see what you did there. The following Sunday. Looking at the clock... I forgot how to English. Looking at the clock, Rosa saw that it was just past 9 at night. Maria was breaking the lights out rule. After covering her face and agonizing for a while, Rosa stood up and stomped over to Maria's room. Oh, please let me skip this. I don't want to see more... Ugh. The room was almost certainly a mess as well. At least tonight, that was convenient. As she stood outside the door to Maria's room, listening to the happy laughter seeping through, Rosa's face twisted in anguish once again, and she looked at the floor. Then, when she raised her head again, her brow was furrowed and her face had become an ugly expression of anger. Please don't show it. Oh, thank you. Oh, good lord, I don't think I would have been able to sit through that without hurting. The weather wasn't that great. The weekend forecast had said that there was a high likelihood of a tropical cyclone growing into a large typhoon. If unhappy premonitions tend to be right, this year's family conference will probably take place in absolutely horrible weather. No, I wish that a typhoon large enough to stop boat travel to the island would seal Rokunjima away forever. If that happened, I'd be able to hide Kinzo's death as long as I wanted.
台風が彼らを永遠に遠ざけてくれればいいのに。
Natsu let out a deep sigh. Just doing that made her headache throb. As the day of the family conference approached, the intensity of her headache just kept on increasing. At that time, the phone rang. Natsu turned the TV off and picked up the receiver.
はい。
お休みのところ申 けございません。源氏でございます。
何事ですか？
奥様に外線からお電話でございます。ですが、名前をお名乗りになられません。
What?
名乗らない。
はい。先方は話せばわかるとは申しておりますが、いかがしますか？いたずらかもしれません。
どんな相手です？
おそらく若い男性ではないかと。
A young man.
お心当たりはございませんか？
若い男性。
Nazi didn't have a clue who that might be. In the first place, there was no one amongst her acquaintances who would do something as rude as refusing to state their name. And on top of that, a young man? As a wife, she must avoid any contact that might be considered suspicious with anyone other than her husband, much less a young man. As soon as she thought this, the phone call suddenly seemed like something dirty. But at the same time, she was more interested than ever in what this person wanted to tell her. Could it be that there was some kind of trouble related to Krause's business? What if there was some particular reason that they needed to talk to Krause's wife instead of Krause directly? No matter what it is, it's my duty as a wife to listen and report to Krause. If it's some strange kind of threat, I just have to firmly refuse and inform Krause that I received such a phone call. If it's just irritating, then I just have to tell Genji to never again send me a call if the caller doesn't state their name. Okay. As Natsuki thought this, she told Genji, who was offering to hang up after all, to connect her to this person, and she set the receiver down. After a short while, the phone rang again. This wasn't the internal line. It was the external phone line, which Genji had redirected it to her. So it should already have been connected directly with the mysterious man. However, the person on the other end didn't respond to her. Not liking this at all, Natsuki spoke one more time, sounding displeased.
もしもし、誰ですか？名を名乗りなさい。
Okay, that was a little creepy. She heard something that sounded like a sigh. She automatically gulped. After remaining silent for a little longer, the man finally answered. Have I heard that voice before? This was the first time the man had spoken. Am I just imagining things, or does that... Okay, the voice does sound very distorted, and I might not be listening or hearing properly, but that sounded eerily like Battler. Or am I just imagining things, and it's somebody else I haven't met yet? The voice certainly did sound like that of a young man, but it's a bit hard to figure out much about a person just by their voice over the phone. It sounded like a young man, but it might actually be a middle school-aged boy, or an adult man whose voice still hadn't deepened. No, wait. It might be too soon even to be sure that this is a male. However, the one thing was certain. Though this person spoke to Natsuki in such a familiar and casual manner, Natsuki had absolutely no clue who it was. Remember.
何を思い出せというのですか？あなたなど知りませんし、思い出すような心当たりもありません。そんなこと言うなよ。俺はあんたの子供じゃないか。
What?
何ですって？
What?
あなたは何を言っているんです？そんな悲しいことを言うなよ。母
さん。What? That unsettling word thrust itself mercilessly into the depths of Natsu's heart and started churning it about. In her entire life, Natsu had never once been told something so unsettling. In her bewilderment, Natsu felt her heart beat so loudly that it felt like it would explode.
あなたに母と呼ばれる覚えはありません。何のつもりか知りませんが、もう切りますよ。
俺は復讐するために帰ってきたんだ。あんた19年前の
Crime of 19 years ago. Natsu's mind went blank, and from beyond the sound of the wind howling outside the window, she most certainly heard the roar of the sea from that day.
本当はもう思い出してるんだろ。
何の話かわからないと言っています。もう二度とかけないでください。
19年前にあんたがした仕打ちを俺は忘れない。だからあんたを呪うためにあえてそれでも。
Yeah, that sounds eerily like Battler.
いや、だからこそ俺はもうすぐ親族会議じゃないか。俺も母さんの子供だからね。会議の日に帰るよ。19年ぶりにね。あんたに復讐するために。
Click. Breathing so hard her shoulders heaved, Natsu slammed the receiver down and hung up. Then she hit the phone violently, knocking the receiver off, so that no more calls would come through it. You okay, Natsu? I can hear the roar of the sea. The voice I can hear from beyond the howling wind is certainly... Even if I cover my ears... Even if I cover my ears... The headache won't... Completely pale, Natsu kept shivering as though cold.
Ramu da, iru? いるわよ。ベルンが望めばどこにでも。じゃあ台所の床下収納に入ってて。ぬかみその壺の中でもいいわ。ああ、私を味噌につけてかじってくれるの？でもそれなら蜂蜜につけてほしいものだわ。お返しにベルンは砂糖水で煮込んであげる。
Violent.
せめて砂糖醤油とみりんにして。それで何？復唱要求でも気取っちゃう？そうよ。
Okay.
この夏日の電話のやり取りは事実
Lambda Delta grinned unpleasantly as though sizing Burn Costal up. She was probably trying to tease Burn for making that demand.
復唱拒否さてね、拒否か応じるかどうしようかな。それを決めるのはゲームマスターの私の自由だし、その判断をいつするかさえ自由。青字宣言でない限りあんたに答える義務はないしね。そういうこと今はせいぜい夏日の19年前に一体どんな秘密が？
Giving a child up for adoption or something?
とワクワクテカテカしてなさい。
Okay. Of course, this fishy telephone call happened before October 4th, 1986. This is still before the start time of the game, so there's basically no need to question whether it's true or false.
ゲームマスターのあんたがわざわざ見せた以上、何かの布石だと思っとくわ。騙しかもしれないけれど、一応あんたのこの指し手は記憶に留めておく。このカードを伏せたまま場に出すってやつね。まあ、いた。何？ダイレクトアタック。
After suddenly being conked on the head, Lambda Delta was bewildered. But perhaps this incomprehensible exchange was funny to her because she quickly went back to giggling.
これであんたのゲーム版の準備は十分？そうよ。それじゃあいよいよゲームを進めるわよ。1986年10月4日にね。 何度目の1986年10月4日かしらね。無限の魔女か。ベアトリーチェ、やはり恐ろしい子だわ。
ベルン側は何か行動ある？
ないわよ。あんたが復唱要求に応えないならそれで終わり。
ターンエンドね。スタート。クリーンアップドロー。さあ来たれ。1986年10月4日。
Natsuhi's sin of 19 years ago. Immediately the first thing I could think of is a child being sent away for adoption. And that voice did eerily sound like Battler for some odd reason, but I don't want to assume it's Battler because it was already stated in red that Battler couldn't be the culprit. And I believe that was back in the, that was the third game, I believe, if memory serves. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I was right. Sorry, Battler, but we're gonna have to leave that till the next episode. Let us save. So Natsuhi got a call, mentioning something about, something that she did 19 years ago. I wonder if this has any correlation to the sin that Battler committed 6 years ago. Right off the bat, the first thing I could think of is that Natsuhi gave a child up for adoption. But then how did this child remember 19 years ago unless they were raised with said knowledge? Okay, a crazy theory just suddenly came to my mind, and it's gonna sound stupid, but it's gonna sound incredibly stupid, okay? Just bear with me on this one. What if Natsuhi switched Battler, the original, you know, Blood Battler, with, Double Battler? Oh god, this is gonna be freaking confusing because we know there's two Battlers. There's a Blood Battler and then there's the body double Battler. What if the sin she committed was that she switched them and sent off the real Battler to a different family? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably very wrong, and I'm just stretching for a thought here. But, So now we have two people whose sins have yet to be figured out. Natsuhi's, which I'm going to assume adoption. Like she had a child, but she set up for adoption or something. Or something along those lines of sending a child away. That's my first thought right there. Something to do with Natsuhi sending a child away. As for Battler's sin, I still have nothing. If it's going to be revealed, I'll figure it out. If it's going to be revealed later in the story, oh, I'll figure it out. Or I'll try to figure it out before it happens. But, I don't know. I'm just going to point this out. This story is really making me like Beatrice more and more. Despite the fact that she's, you know, basic antagonist and all that. But that little thing with what Battler did, kind of soothing the pain with the blue, I never would have thought that it could be used for that sort of purpose. And I liked the gesture. That was a very, very nice gesture, and I liked that. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it that I can think of right now. Oh, that voice. I've never been too keen about memorizing Japanese voices. I seem to have a better time memorizing English voices. And I'm getting used to Japanese voices thanks to these visual novels, I am. But honestly, that voice on the phone sounded eerily similar to this Battler. And I doubt that the Blood Battler could possibly have the exact same voice. I don't think so. But yeah. That voice on the phone, it was distorted, obviously. Kind of sounded like an old style phone, of course, that's what it was. It sounded very, very similar to Battler. Maybe I'm just hearing it wrong, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. That's pretty much all I can think of really to talk about right now. But actually, there's one more thing that I can think of to talk about. the reoccurring theme about Natsuhi is headaches. Perhaps because she's suffering these delusions, that right there causes the headaches. So basically, I could chop up her headaches up to her mental delusions that she's been having. If we're going, again, thinking through human perspective. But, I don't know. Is it set? I think I've already asked this, but it's getting to the point where I don't want to outright deny Beatrice's existence. How sad. I'm supposed to try to think about this for the human and the witch perspective, but it's getting me to the point where I don't want to flat out deny Beatrice's existence. Maybe I'm gonna probably repeat what I said in a way earlier episode. Maybe I've become tainted by the witch. That or my magic resisting toxin is almost practically gone at this point. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done rambling. That's pretty much all I've got. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Your comments are very much appreciated, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video.